This leaf you see I have in my hand is no other than siam leaves. Siam leaf. I've been talking much about it lately. In Ghana here, it is called a champon leaves. A champon leaves. When you go to Nigeria, they call it awolowo leaves. Awolowo leaves. Today, what I am going to speak to you about it is very important. And so please just watch the video all the way to the end. And if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click onto the notification bell icon you see, select all, so that anytime we come your way with videos like this, you can get the notification. And don't forget also to leave your comment under the comment area. Whatever health topic you want us to discuss, let us know it in the comment area. We will speak to you about. Now, most of the men complain that they suffer from waist pains, waist pain. And you see, as a man, anytime you are complaining of waist pain or you are suffering from any form of waist pain, when you sit like I'm sitting and you stand up, you sometimes find it difficult to even straighten yourself up due to the severe, nature of your waist, pains. Uh, Sometimes when a man is suffering from that, such a man is going to also suffer from erectile dysfunction or premature quick. I hope you understand. Yes, uh, you become very weak on the field of play as a man. I guess you understand what I mean. So most of these waist pains can lead to that. Now, before I go into details with this herb and show you how you can prepare it to solve your waist pain problem, let me first of all take you through some of the factors that can lead to waist pain, or that can make you suffer from waist pain. Because mostly we always come here to tell you the solution without telling you the cause. Okay, because you must know the cause first before you can also know the solution. Now, if you are someone whose work involves too much sitting, like you can say I'm sitting, and you sit for a very long time, you sit at one place for a very long time, either in an office chair, or you sit on a bench, or you sit in a car driving, for a very long distance, or you sit anywhere you find yourself. But the bottom line is that you sit for a very long time. If this sitting for a very long time continues for some years, eventually you are going to suffer from waist pain. Let me tell you the reason why it is so. You see, God Almighty created every person, with veins, arteries, cells, nerves, muscles, and then skin. Now, the veins and then the arteries and the nerves are all connected at our what? At our spinal, vertebra, or our spinal cord. And most of it is, situated. The chunk of the veins, in your body are all situated at your waist area, like this area. So you see where I am, touching, that area is where most of our veins are, situated. It is like when you build a house. When you build a house, you see, after you finish wiring the house, there is a particular place you normally designate. We call it main. They call it main fuse or something. The electricians have this name. They have a jargon for this. for it, you realize that it is like a main switch. Ehen. All the wires in the house are all connected are all grouped at one place called main switch. So when you go to that switch and you switch off that switch, or you on that switch, or you off that switch, you have disconnected the light throughout the house. You have off the light throughout the house, meaning there is no single room that can have light if that switch is turned on off. You understand? The same way, if you turn that switch on, all the lights in the house will be what? Will be on. The same thing applies to human being. All the veins are what? Are channeled or are positioned around our waist area. Now, when you are straightened up like this, when you are straightened up like this, you realize that the veins will all be straightened up eventually. So there won't be any issue. There won't be any problem. But the moment, let me also add this, when you are straightened up like this, the reason why there won't be any problem, there won't be any problem with proper blood circulation because when the blood is flowing from top all the way to down, because your veins, everything is straightened up as you stand up, the circulation goes through smoothly without any problem or trouble. Now, anytime you sit down, hmm, anytime you sit down like this, your veins becomes crooked. The veins and then the arteries all will become crooked, especially your waistline or the veins around your waist all will become crooked. So eventually proper blood circulation will become quite difficult, especially when blood gets to this part of your body, because the blood will start from top all the way to down here. So when it get to down here, it has to be crooked because the veins, you are sitting in a crooked position, because this is it. You are sitting in a crooked position. So when blood gets to this part, the amount of blood that can penetrate through smoothly to your down part will be a bit, slow. So you realize that there is going to be an accumulation of, blood around the waist area. And anytime blood, stays at one place for a very long time, that place become quite inflamed. So eventually, the veins around your waist area will be inflamed or will be dilated. Okay, will become hemorrhoid. Therefore, you realize that always you'll be suffering from waist pain, waist pain, waist pain. And because among these veins, include the vein that leads to your bola as a man, you realize that automatically your performance in the other room will go down. This explanation I've just given you is the simplest man's explanation. Even when you haven't attended any medical school, you will have to understand the practical or the explanation I have given you. So that is the reason why most men complain of waist pain, and the same men complain of lack of good performance in the other room. So as a man, don't play with your waist. Your waist is your engine. Your waist is like your engine. When your waists are in a very good position, automatically you can perform very well in the other room. You understand? So sitting at one place for a very long time can cause waist pain, like I just demonstrated to you. Now, standing also at one place for a very long time too can cause waist pain, especially the security, personnel, those who are into the security, work, because sometimes you need to stand at one place for a very long time mining. You understand? And the kind of shoes that those security personnel also wear doesn't favor them much. So it normally, gives tension. When you stand at one place for a very long time, It gives some sort of friction between your lumbar bone, or your pelvic bone, and then your lumbar, vertebra. So there's going to be some sort of, pressure, because from the weight from your head, your shoulders, your vertebra, everything will be what? Will be transferred here around this area. So eventually you realize that there's going to be some sort of inflammation, some sort of friction. So you see, this kind of friction normally, result in severe waist pain. So I am here to tell you that sitting at one place for, let's say, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, can result into a very severe waist pain. The same way, when you stand at one place for more than 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, can also cause the same problem. So the best practice is that anytime you sit for like 1 hour or 2 hours continuous, you need to stand up and walk around for like maybe 5 minutes. Then you can come back and sit again. The same thing applies to when you sit or when you stand at one place for like 2 hours. You need to find a place and then, sit down for maybe five minutes, getting to 10 minutes. Then you can come back again. When you do that, it is going to go a very long way to preventing you from suffering from, waist pain. But like I said, I am going to shortly give you the solution, and the solution is siam leaves, or awolowo leaves, or a champon leaves. Now, another factor that can cause a very severe waist pain is the nature in which we sleep. There are some people, the bed they sleep on is not an orthopedic, bed, meaning it is not a very strong bed. So anytime they lie on the bed normally takes shape of them. The bed normally makes them crooked. So there are a lot of people, when you visit their bedroom, you realize that the bed they sleep on is, a bit, hollow, like it has just casted a shape of, their body, indicating to you that this is where this person or that person sleeps. So anytime you sleep in a bed and your body become crooked, automatically you are going to suffer from, severe waist pain. You can just search for orthopedic bed. You know the kind of bed I am talking to you, about. And then another factor that can cause waist pain, should do with maybe the previous accident you have been experiencing. Maybe you may have experienced, an accident in one way or the other, through your life, or the kind of work you do, involves, you lifting heavy materials or heavy things. So anytime you are going to lift any heavy things, you need to always be mindful of your waist. A lot of people don't know how to lift heavy things from the ground. This is what they normally do. For instance, this chair I am sitting on is heavy. So I am supposed to lift it, or I want to lift it. When you are going to lift such a heavy thing from the ground or from the floor, the best practice is this. You should do this. You should always squat first. Squat like this first. Okay, so that all the weight, all the strength will be in your knees. So your knees is going to lift it, not your hand at the end of the day. So eventually you see that your back will be straightened up. So you just lift it with all your strength. You understand? Then you can go with it. You understand that this is the best practice. It means your waist didn't play any major role in lifting the whole thing. It is rather your knee, your leg, which did the whole work in lifting the heavy, thing from the ground. Now, the mistake most people normally do is this. When they come to lift something very heavy, this is what they do. You realize that the knee, the leg will be straightened up, and then the waist will be bent up like this. So this is this. Anytime you lift heavy things from the ground like this, there is the likelihood that you end up suffering from what we call sciatica. There is this serious condition called sciatica. There's chances that when you do that, your lumbar spine, maybe your L4, your L5, the cartilage in between the L4 and then the L5 will shift. And when they are shifting, it can shift either to the left or it can shift to the right. And both the left and right of your spine, there is this nerve called sciatic nerve. This sciatic nerve is the nerve that passes through here all the way to your legs. So anytime the vertebra shift to maybe the left side, it will automatically go and put more pressure onto the sciatic nerves here, and automatically you always feel some sort of pains anytime you are walking. So we call that thing sciatica. So that is and when it shift to the left, it is going to affect the left sciatic nerve. You understand? So sciatica is also common, or will be likely to be experienced anytime you lift things, heavy things like this, instead of this. You understand? So it should be this rather. Okay, squat, so that all the heaviness and the strength and the power will be coming from here. Then you use your leg or your hands to lift it. But the moment you do this and lift it, you are doomed. You are putting more burden on your waist, and it is going to affect you as a man. So that is also another cause or another factor that can make your waist to go, to be inflamed. So you need to take care of that. Now, back to the solution. With the exception of the sciatica, okay, with the exception of the sciatica, what I want you to do is that you first of all must change your bed. If your bed is the reason why you are having the waist pain, go and change the bed. Or you can always, from time to time, turn your bed upside down. You need to go look for this leaf. All you need to do is to do this, is to just pick few of the leaves. Just pick few of the leaves as a man. Okay, pick few of the leaves. This one, like this. Okay, then you get a piece of ginger. Get a piece of ginger, grind it. Grind it very, 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 very well. Okay, when you grind it and make a paste of the whole thing, you can then dilute it in a warm water. When you dilute it in a warm water, a water of about let's say 400, 500, 600 ml of water, you dilute the paste into it, and then you sieve it and squeeze out the juice. Having gotten the juice, you can transfer the juice or the water into your animal syringe. You can see animal syringe. Wherever you are, go and get animal syringe. Okay, if you are living in abroad, let your people here in Africa get you the animal syringe. Okay, so get an animal syringe, just pump the whole mixture into the animal syringe, take it to the washroom, and go and infuse it inside your anus. The animal syringe here in Ghana is called bentua. Okay, you have to infuse it or push it, pump it inside your rectum through your anus, and then leave it there or let it be there for maybe, if you can hold the heat, maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But the more you can hold it, the more effective it becomes. Okay, so if you can hold it for, let's say, 5 minutes, that's perfect. That's going to be okay for you. I hope you understand. After 5 minutes, you can just go to the washroom and then dispose it away or take it off. When you do it, let's say today, leave it until another 3 days. After 3 days, you can do another one. So you have to be doing it in 3 days. This thing I am saying, if you are here in Africa, you are at a very good advantageous place, because one, you can get the animals range, which is the bentua, and two, you can also get the awolowo leaves at your disposal. So you don't have any problem. Those in the diaspora, please don't call me for it. Just contact your people here in Africa. Let them get you the leaves and then the animals range. They can get it for you. They can get a fresh, parcel it very nicely, give it to the fastest courier service, which is maybe DHL. I'm giving free advert for DHL. Give it to the fastest courier within 3 days. You can get it. You can still get your, awolowo leaves in its fresh form. Do it, and then you start healing yourself. That is the best way to dealing with any waist pain. When your waist is paining you, you have any waist problem, the only way you can deal with it, you can treat it and solve it amicably, is by doing this, therapy I just, gave you. Time now, how many minutes? Uh-huh. You understand? That's the best way to do that. So I think you need to be aware of that. This applies to all the waist pain, with the exception of sciatic, uh, pain or sciatica. And the sciatica, I just gave you why most of you are suffering from sciatica. You people have been lifting things, with your waist instead of your legs. If you do that, you are going to put yourself in danger. Kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel. Don't forget to click onto the notification bell icon you see, and then select all, and make sure you leave your comment under the comment area. Like this video, share the link to your friends and family and people around you, and I will see you again in the next one. Have a nice day.